So first of all, over here we've got the most important bit of code here, which is the main program, and it's a forever loop, and it's got these three blocks here, A, B and C. Now each one of those calls a procedure, and these over here, A, B and C, where it says define, are procedures. So A starts off and triggers and runs all this code here. Okay, B starts off and triggers all the code over here, and C starts off and triggers and runs, calls all of the code over there. Now the only other thing we're going to do is we're just going to slow the program down a little bit once it's finished B. We've already got an automatic wait until colour is touching another colour, and here we've just put another wait until key space pressed. We'll get rid of that in a bit, but it'll help us to explain things. So what's going to happen when we start this? So first of all, it's going to switch the costume to fuse, and you can always have a look at the costumes by going up to costumes, and you'll see fuses in there, flight, 2 flight costumes, and an explode costume as well, and you can use those here, and you'll see that they're referred to elsewhere as well. Then we've got this erase all. Now erase all means to rub out all of the pen marks on the screen, and clear the graphics effects means that if the rocket has had any color changes or size changes or anything like that, actually not the size changes but any sort of how it looks, that will be got rid of. Then we've got this go to X and Y. So let's see if we can explain this. So here's the stage area, and let's just put a little grid in there so you can see it really clearly. So it says go to X and go to Y, and the X has been randomly picked. So basically it's like rolling a dice between 150 and minus 150. 150 and minus 150. It'll be along that line. Now why isn't it right up here on the actual X line? That's because Y has been set to minus 140. So we know it's going to be along the line there. And then we've got pointing direction, so it's going to point upwards, straight upwards, and then it's going to wait until the colour of the match is touching the colour of the fuse, and that's basically what it's going to do. Let's run that bit and see how it works. There we go. Did you see that it's actually got rid of all of those marks before, and it's brought back the rocket ready to actually start, and the rocket is looking just like it was when we first made it. Can you see the match there? That's literally just attached to the cursor here. There's a little bit of code there. You can have a look at that in your own time. Right, let's go and click on and see what happens when we touch this match. That colour brown ends up touching the colour yellow. There we go. And off it goes. So there we've got the next bit of the code, which is B, and you can see B is now highlighted. That is changed the colour, so you can see that actually the rocket has slightly changed the colour from what it looked like before. And also it's then gone into this repeat loop where it switches the costume to flight 1, moves a little bit, switches the costume to flight 2, moves a little bit, and then repeats that 25 times, which gets it all the way up there. By the way, a move one step is just one tiny little dot on the screen. And then it's just waiting until our key space is pressed. That was an artificial thing we've just put in there to slow everything down. Now before we run the next bit, let's talk this through. So then we've got switch costume to explode. So it's going to go to that tiny little dot. It's going to change the pen colour to a different colour. It's going to do a pen down, so it starts the drawing. It's like a pen on the screen. And then it's going to go into this little repeat loop to draw our firework. And then it's going to put the pen back up to stop. Wait 2 seconds, and then it's going to rub out everything. So let's press the space key and see what happens. And there we go. We've got our little firework, and then it returns. And in fact, because it's inside the forever loop, the whole process is going to repeat. Let's get rid of that wait until, and let's repeat it again. There we go. Okay, and then we can go and touch the fuse again, and we've got lots and lots of fireworks over and over again appearing on our screen.